discussed both these issues before I came into the show. Looks like both are removed because the finance minister said 138 and 139 paragraphs stand withdrawn.
Absolutely, Lata. I think the withdrawal of 138 and 139 actually implies that both these things which were troubling an individual investor have been withdrawn. Both the 60% taxable limit and also the other one, which is the cap. So I think this is great news. I think everybody would rejoice an information like this because it was creating a large heartburn for people because anyways the 1.5 lakh limit was not necessarily taxable because you were not getting a tax exemption because people were actually contributing to home loan and exhausting their ATC limits already. So this the assumption that it was already giving the tax benefit might not have been held true for people other than the small young professionals.
Okay. So, actually, Kuldeep Kumar, the leader personal tax at PwC, also joins us on the phone line. Mr. Kuldeep Kumar, you know, there is the other point that the finance minister referred to. The annuity fund which goes to the legal heir after the death of the pensioner will not be taxable in all 3 cases. Now, you know, if he is withdrawing the entire 138 and 139, does this go away at the moment? Is the annuity in the hands of the heir taxable?
No, it is not clear. But the way he has said that is this because the proposal was taxation of the withdrawal at the time of on the superannuation. So if the lump sum is withdrawn, that would not be taxable in the hand of the legal heir. But to my mind, if the legal heir is getting the annuity because these are in the form of the periodic payments, so that would continue to be taxed as it was being taxed in the hands of the original member.
Legal heir, okay. But this much is very clear that that 60% which was in danger of getting taxed will not be taxed, whether you buy an annuity or whether you buy shares or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that, you know, we have taken away the cap. I mean, this is a good move because it was resulting into a double taxation as well because you're getting your own money and you're paying tax on that. I think that it will cheer the private salaried class. And it was much awaited news. I think it will cheer everyone.
This should cheer employers as well, you think, that 1.5 lakh limit for getting tax exemption has also been removed. I mean, I'll just read that sentence to you. We are proposing a monetary limit for contribution of employer in recognized provident and superannuation fund of 1.5 lakh per annum for taking tax benefit. If the entire 139 paragraph is removed, then looks like the employer can contribute any amount and he will not be taxed, right?
Yeah, it means that, and it means that, you know, practically anyone who is having a basic salary of 12.5 lakh, anyone who is drawing more than that amount was actually getting affected with this proposal. Because if the contribution more than 1,50,000 was going into the provident fund, so the employee was paying tax at the time of a contribution, and the double taxation was happening again when he was getting it back 60% of that excess amount. So to that extent, you know, there was a double taxation happening. And if this 1,50,000 cap has gone away, so that the high salary class employee section would also benefit out of that.
Yeah.
All right, Kuldeep, thanks so much for joining and giving us those details. Well, let's get another reaction. We have Harsh Shungta who joins us. Hi, Harsh. Thanks so much for joining, and that's music to our ears. A double positive coming in there. They've withdrawn both Section 138 as well as 139.
Yeah, good morning, Nigel. I think, yes, that's good news. I don't think the withdrawal of the EPF tax, as it has been dubbed, is going to be lamented at all. The only thing now is where does that leave NPS? I think that is going to be the next issue because I think the government is committed to getting NPS and EPF on the same platform. So I think that unless we see the details, we will not know. But it will not be very good if NPS is also not given 100% exemption.
Okay.
So I think that remains to be seen. I think it's a good move that they have withdrawn the tax on EPF.
Yeah. In a sense, it is also a bit pro-rich, isn't it? That 1.5 lakh rupee limit continuing, 1.5 lakh rupee limit beyond which the employer's contribution will be taxed. That was actually seen as a pro-poor or an anti-rich move. That also has been taken away. In a way, that was unexpected, wasn't it?
Lata, I would not say that, because there is a limit of 12% of basic plus DA.
Okay.
And I think for historical reasons, in most private sector organizations, the basic is kept low. DA,
Yes.
most private organizations don't have.
Give, yeah.
So, I mean, it is only theoretically what you're saying is absolutely right. But I think given the fact that basics even in the private sector are pretty low,
Yeah.
I think this not really going to have a huge impact.
All right. Thank you very much, Harsh Gupta, for joining us. In any case, for the